settings.
So even if you don't want to do yoga, oh my God.
They really are.
So the one in April's in Thailand, isn't that right? It's a 4-week. Is that
it's
right?
4 weeks. It's in April, just the month of April, from the 1st to the 28th. Actually, amazingly, this one I've got Mark Whitwell coming to Koh Phangan immediately after. So there's the Jivani level 1 teacher training, and straight into, it's optional, but straight into a 4-day workshop with Mark Whitwell, which is an incredible opportunity. So Thailand, the teacher training in Thailand is a 4-week immersion. We have it's a sort of, the owners are French Thai. They're wonderful. They treat me like family. They're real darlings, and their property is built up the side of a cliff, so it's right on the beach.
You've seen the pictures,
right? I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Stunning.
Honeysuckle
and the room
growing
that you do
everywhere.
it in, overlooking the sea and the, oh my goodness.
Yeah, like if you could get a good enough run, you could land in the sea if you just leapt off the roof. Yeah, and we have a room where we do chanting together. I mean, it's incredible. We stay there like one big group. The team is right next door, very close to on site, and we go through this journey together, and it is fun and inspiring and profound and hard work and challenging, and the bonds that come through it, and the like I have seen this. I've done 14 trainings now that I have led. I assisted probably 7 or 8 others before this. I have seen transformation happen on these programs that I have simply never seen anywhere else. I have not seen it in any other forum.
I know what you mean.
Not
and of course
the
one in Costa Rica, it's another 4-week one in November.
Yep.
And again, unbelievable setting. It's just absolutely beautiful.
That one's gorgeous. That one's on the side of a hill, and surrounded by jungle, and there's a dormant volcano over there. I mean, the place is just absolutely beautiful. They're both quite rustic, and Costa Rica's pretty rustic as well, but we have a gorgeous swimming pool and beautiful gardens and a beautiful big chalet, and we're 10 minutes from the beach, and it's stunning. It's stunning. So people can come and immerse themselves. It's like, leave your limiting beliefs at home, leave your responsibilities if you can, leave your responsibilities at home, and come and dive into getting to know yourself. Because you see, true power, I understand true power to be when we know what makes us tick, when we know what our triggers are, when we have unturned or when we have turned all of the psychological stones, when we know ourselves inside out, that's when you can say, okay, now what is my life now, and what do I want it to look like, and become, life is going to be brutal and it's going to take us down, all of us. It's just going to happen. That's what life does. But in between that, like, how do we get ourselves back up? How do we have mutually nurturing relationships? How do we learn to be on our own? How do we learn to listen to our intuition? How do we express what we want?
And those trainings are obviously open to male and female, but in June you have the women's retreat in Spain.
Yes.
Isn't that right? And it's different. It's not a yoga teacher training.
No, I've actually taken the word yoga off that one completely in a bold move. I have done a women's retreat before. The last one was 5 years ago in Thailand, and it was wonderful. It was like 16 women. It was incredible. A few of the trainings that I've been doing over the past few years have been women only, and it has allowed me to bring in, I have a lot of training in Tantra and Taoism and sacred sexual arts and sexual empowerment and ancient techniques for feminine wellness, self-love, and cultivating a new nurturing relationship with our own bodies. And when it's been women only, I have been able to bring that in. And so it's time again to go a group of women together, and it will be, we're calling it the homecoming. It's like, come on home to yourself, come on home to the truth of who you are, speak the unspeakable things, be witnessed in your story, write, create, sing, dance.
And I'd say they need a few tissues.
Oh, we'll have plenty of tissues.
I know if I was to go to somewhere, I'd like spend the whole time gardening.
You might spend the first couple of days in a good way, but there's so much joy that comes from it, and the connection. Like, women have been pitched against each other since time immemorial, right? So, my God, what about that? Being able to woman just hold space for each other, witness each other in our stories, and realise we're in this together, and let's rise together. So the women's retreat is one of the most delicious things that I get to do, and we're going. There's room for 20 women. It's in Spain. It's all women. You don't need any previous experience of anything. Just come with an open mind and recognise that it's deep healing work done together, done in a group. But these things are wonderful. It's like they're life altering, They really are life altering.
And of course, there's ones here at home as well coming up. Is it March? You've done it February, March.
I'm doing a workshop in at Flow on Hill Street, on the 2nd of March. Yep, which is a Saturday. It starts at 2:00. It's £25, and it's 2.5 hours of what we call the heart of yoga, the heart of the yoga practice, the lineage of where it comes from, the breath, the intimacy, the being with ourselves in life as it is now, and not aspiring to do anything.
Do you have to have experience
to
go to that? So anyone can go to that.
Anyone can come. There's also I'm going to do. We just talked about this today, so details have to be finalised. But we're going to do I'm going to do a 4-week taster session of voice work at Flow Studio in Hollywood in February. So this is also open to anybody.
Okay.
Anybody, men, women, all humans, all adult humans are invited to that. I want to see, because it seems to me that people in Northern Ireland are actually up for a lot. We have a shamanic history. There are a lot of healers in Northern Ireland, and people seem to be up for all sorts of things. So I'm also starting a yoga pilot for the community hub in Bangor, that will be free yoga classes, completely free for everyone. And I'm saying that this is for for people who think they can't do yoga. Yeah, this is who it's for. And we're going to run a 4-week pilot, and then I'm off to Thailand to teach. And when I come back, we'll go into it again. But I really want to, as well as speak the words yoga's for everybody, I want to show yoga really is like here's how, And
it seems to me that everything you do, there's a personal challenge involved. You're not just turning up and taking a couple of classes. There seems to be a much more challenging aspect to it all. Is that just part of your nature?
It wasn't always part of my nature, but certainly I have a drive. I am absolutely driven to do this work, to bring people together into these spaces, because I'm loving it. I am the walking embodiment of what happens when
the shit hits the fan and you fix it.
Shit hits the fan, and it's not just survive, but learn to thrive again, and that it's possible to find new ways to live life. I want to mention one more thing. Just there's also a retreat in Spain, in the same place as the women's retreat. It's in May. We're calling it Yoga of the Heart, and it's for anybody. It's from total beginners to advanced practitioners and anybody in between. I'm teaching that with a good friend, Peter Goodman, who's a quite a hotshot asana teacher and very loved, big open-hearted, lovely chap. We've been friends for about 12 years. So that is also open to everybody.
Wow, there's loads there. So
I'm a busy woman.
Yeah. So I mean, I suppose the best place for people to keep up to date with information is in the JivaniYoga.com website. So it's Jivani, it's Jivani yoga.com. And of course you're on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. So
Instagram and Facebook, all of those things. I've taken 2.5 months offline. It's been amazing.
I couldn't cope. 2.5 minutes and I'm having a hernia.
It's so amazing. I just made myself do it. But you know what? You see, in the time I took offline, I turned my cottage. I moved into a wee cottage in the middle of last year, and I hadn't probably got settled. I've turned it into a sanctuary.
Wow.
I have grounded myself. I have written. I have nurtured myself. I needed to take care of my inner introvert, and that's what's happened. But now that I've had that good period, I'm coming out again. I'm not going to go mad, but I can't let Facebook and things take over my life. I can't let promotions take over my life. So that's it's great that people will be able to listen to this and get I think, all right, that's what she's like. Okay,
that's what she does.
Or yay, both are fine.
But and if you had to sort of round up the difference in your life today as a result of yoga, what would you say to people?
I think about this because, as I say, life has been brutal. Like the couple of years there, just a lot of really traumatic, really, really difficult things that I went through. But there's something that I have, and this is where the liberation is. It's okay for me to not be okay. It's okay. It's okay that I was depressed. It's okay that I grieved hard for motherhood and for the child that I had been raising, who's still very much alive. It's okay that I grieved hard. It's okay that I became desperately unreliable for a couple of years. It's okay. I'm here.
You're at peace with it all now?
I'm at peace with it, yeah. It happened and wow, even though it was horrendous, but I can't honestly say that it would change any of it because here I am and I have a new depth of compassion now. I thought I knew what grief was before. I thought that I'd experienced, but actually I hadn't. I felt that I was very compassionate towards people who'd had depression. I thought that I understood, but not like I do now. So yeah, I feel whole with my wounds and my flaws and my having aged 10 years in the last 3. I feel complete and I feel whole and I feel grounded, and that is the gift that yoga and doing this work has given me. I don't have a ton of friends, but the small group of friends that I have are completely authentic, real friendships where we celebrate when things are going well for each other. We are on the other end of the line when a Mayday is sent out. We have each other's backs, I don't have to hide anything. Like my team, they know everything there is to know about me. I don't hide anything. And there's such liberation. Like that to me is
and that is you leading life. That authentic and liberated life.
I am doing it. I am living it, and I want to help. If other people want it, it's not easy work, and you need to do the work yourself. Okay? I don't do the work for you.
Hard work coming up.
I'm a facilitator. But the gift of it, And there's many people that have gone through this experience and this sort of Jivani experience and been like, wow. Jivani means becomes the life, life story becomes the life. Like, what will you do with your one wild and precious life? Whatever you want. But what do you want?
It's the big question.
And where are you at now? And like, not where do you, how do you see yourself? And then what's the reality? How do other people actually see you? Where are you showing up for yourself? Where are you showing up for other people? Where are you knocking yourself out and not, neglecting to take care of your own needs? What and do you want to do anything about that? Because you can if you want to. You can get together with a group of people all wanting to do the same thing and have a brilliant time at the same time and go through it. So I
could literally pick your brains all night about this. Literally, I mean, and I have to be careful because, like, I would end up interviewing people for hours and hours, but we could. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming into the studio today. And again, everyone, you can find information about Emma Warmington and the company Jivani at JivaniYoga.com, and they're on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, you can find me on every social media channel going.
That there is.
Yeah, so basically, look for someone with pink hair and you've got me. So thank you so much once again for tuning in to our Interesting People series. If you've got anyone that you want to suggest, please do drop me a line. You can get me at Tina at